guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhodes and I'm here to get you started on Unit 29, OU and OW diphthongs. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your red book open to page 179. You'll also need some colorful pens, markers, or crayons. Remember, whatever I mark on my board, you should be marking on your page. Please save room for a key as well. All right, so far this year, we have spent a lot of time talking about short vowels and long vowels. Last week, we moved on to the schwa. The schwa is that sound that you hear in words like push and pull. Well, this week and next week, we are moving on to another kind of vowel sound, and that is a diphthong. Both of our letter combinations this week, OU and OW, make an ow sound. The reason it's considered a diphthong is because it has two sounds blended together. So let's see what I mean. I want you to make the ow sound, say it out loud, ow, and I want you to notice that you start with a short O, ah, but then glide into a long U, ow. That's what makes it a diphthong, two sounds gliding together. So what I want to do now is I want to read the list with you. As I do, I want you to use your eyes to look for the OU or OW in each word and use your ears to listen for that ow sound. Here we go. About, couch, down, gown, how, loud, mouth, now, out, town. Did you hear that ow sound? Good. The next thing I want you to notice is this week we have a two-syllable word. Up until now, all of our words have been one syllable. Couch, down, gown. This week we have a two-syllable word, about. So I'm just going to slice it right here to remind myself that that word has two chunks, about. Okay, what I want you to do now is choose a color, and we're going to go through our list and we're going to look for the OU. So there it is in about and couch, loud and mouth, and out. I want you to notice the position of that OU. Do you see that it usually shows up in the middle of a word tucked into the syllable? And sometimes it shows up at the beginning. Never ever at the end. The only word I can think of that ends with OU is the word you. But of course, in the word you, that OU is making a totally different sound. So let's not worry about that right now. But let's remind ourselves that this week, wherever we see that OU chunk, we are going to pronounce it ow. All right, choose a second color. And this time, let's look for OW. Now, you've seen OW before because it can make a long O sound in words like grow and snow and blow. Well, today we're noticing that OW can also make an ow sound. We see it in the middle of down and gown. We see it at the end of how and now, and in the middle of town. Okay, so when you see that OW chunk this week, I want you to remind yourself that it says ow. If you are stretching out a word and you're trying to spell it and you hear that ow sound at the end, use OW. OU is really good in the middle. OW usually shows up at the end, unless you're using this pattern. Down, gown, town, frown, clown, brown. If you're trying to come up with a word that rhymes with those words, use OWN. okay? So blue line equals the O-W-N chunk. Okay, let's talk about the meanings of our words. We have no homophones this week, so that's good. We have some new parts of speech that I want to talk about with you, but let's look for the easy stuff first. Let's look for nouns, people, places, things. If I can touch it, if I can draw it, it is a noun. So we know what a couch is, something we sit on, right? A piece of furniture. That's a noun. A gown is a fancy dress. So a bride might wear a wedding gown when she gets married. Her bridesmaids might wear fancy gowns. A girl might wear a gown to her high school dance or prom. So that would be a gown. A mouth, of course, is a noun. And a town is a noun as well. A town is a place where several people live. Most towns have their own schools. They have their own town hall where the mayor or the town leaders work. They might have their own post office, police station. All of those are part of a town. Some towns are very small and only have a few hundred people. Some towns are very big and have thousands of people. So everything I just labeled is a noun. We also have one adjective this week. Do you remember what those are? They are describing words. So we have one right here. The word loud. The word loud can describe a person. He has a loud voice. It could describe an event, like the concert was very loud. It could describe an object, like a TV. So it is definitely an adjective. Okay, now we also have what's called an adverb. An adverb adds a little bit of detail to a verb, an action word. So for instance, the word down can be used as an adverb. I can slide or I can slide down. I can sit or I can sit down. It tells me the direction that I'm going to move. Now can also be used as an adverb because it describes when I'm doing something. I will eat later or I will eat now. See how it adds a little detail to my action. The word out can be used as an adverb. You can go or you can go out. You can walk out. So that's an adverb as well. Even the word how can be used as an adverb because it describes or it asks how we do something. How are you feeling? How are you going to finish that? So all of these words are adverbs. And the pink was an adjective. I have one word left, and that can be used as a preposition, okay? You don't really have to worry about prepositions as first graders, but prepositions are those little words that describe where we do something, like I walked over the box, I walked around the box, I walked through the box, over, around, through. Those are all prepositions. Same thing with about. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is I want you to notice that when you get to page 183, you're going to have a little practice with plurals. We talked about plurals a long time ago, right? More than one of something. So on 183, you're going to have words like town, mouth, couch, gown, and you're going to make them plural. Now, the easiest way to make a word plural is to just add S. I have one gown. I have many gowns. I visited one town. I visited many towns. But when I have a word that ends with the ch sound, like couch, couch doesn't sound right. So to make it plural, I change it to couch is. We have 3 couches in our house. So we do that with words that end with ch, couches, beaches, branches, witches. We don't do that with words that end with th. Mouth just becomes mouths, okay? Mouths sounds right. Couch doesn't sound right. If you can hear that I in there, couch is, use E, okay? I hope that makes sense. That's all I have for you now. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.